is new again, walking with a permagrin, head so high. I'm back with you and all is right. Shaking on the apple tree, ticking off the honeybees, watch them fly. It's just like we never said goodbye.
Somebody's been here. Somebody's been here. Willie's humble abode. Willie? Willie, what are you doing? Willie? There's a house here. What are you doing here, Willie? There is a house here. It says Willie's humble abode. Huh. Wonder what he is doing here. Is he the one who's responsible for the adventures? Could be. Could be. Could be a sign. He could be just building a house here for some reason. He made a troll once. Oh, Willie, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, I guess I should say hello everybody. It's NihonTiger and welcome back to NeoCraft server. So I found this chest just hanging around here with a bunch of coal and nether brick fence that I did not set up. So I wonder if this is also Willie's stuff. I don't know. And I was so tempted to build a second one. Liz. This is the cake house, still here. Still here, everything's good with that. But today I want to show something off because we are doing some stuff. So first off, I'm coming up here. I've been busy since last time. So look at this, all this dirt. All this dirt. Yes, the walls are starting to go up on Katsugard, finally. Now the walls are made of dirt right now and they're not complete, obviously. So I've kind of gotten both onto the bridge here, and then there's a gap from this tower to there, and the wall picks back up between those two towers, and then it doesn't pick up. Probably the next part I'll build as far as layout is from here to here. And the reason that the walls are made of dirt right now is because I figured 2 mystery houses was evil. But the reason that the walls are going up right now is that I kind of want to get the shape of them done, at least to start with, before 1.8. And they're made of dirt because we're going to be using andesite, and we're not in any of the snapshots. We're in 1.7.5 still, because we can't run snapshots on the GAF server. As do I. I would like to know who did those adventures, but I figured if I can make kind of the base material out of dirt, then I can just substitute it out when we actually have andesite, and it won't be much of an issue because everything else will be done. It'll just be a real quick swap. But as you can see, I've also done some ornamentation here on the outside, and that's because I have made this. So this is like a super rough draft of what the exterior wall is going to look like a little bit. So I should mention, nether brick will not be on the final wall. Those will be the circular stone bricks. You can make those in 1.8. We just don't have obviously access to the snapshot, so we can't make them right now. There's also going to be, I think, some lamps or glowstone right here where this little one slab gap is. I haven't figured out what I'm going to use specifically. I'm thinking I'm going to use the lamps. I think the lamps look a little bit nicer as the cloud goes through my tower. But for the most part, this is kind of how the design's going to be, and it's, as you can see, it's repeatable, fairly easily repeatable. So that's kind of an element that I wanted to have in here. And then up top here for the battlements area, I kind of did it so that you have the stairs and then the fence here as a gap, and that actually creates a very nice pattern. I used it, if you remember, up there and up there on those towers, and then over here on top of the battery as well. And I really like it so much that I want to keep using it for my tower walls. And the reason we're building these out of andesite instead of stone or stone brick is because A, I want to use a new type of block inside my build, and B, because I don't want to use stone brick for everything and then have that, as I've talked about, that kind of that blur of blocks all together. You don't really get the definition and the pop that looks really nice. So what I'm doing back here as well, I should probably mention this. This is just the kind of the back end side here. I put a little bit of a flange here on the back, and that's kind of the idea here. So we're going to work on this today, as I've gone on for about 6 minutes longer than I should have on that. So I'll get rid of this since I don't need it anymore. I kind of know what the pattern is. But today, we're going to work on this, and we're going to talk a little bit about where I was just recently, and that would be San Diego Comic-Con. So I know I've had a few people ask me, when are you doing a video on Comic-Con? When are you doing a video on Comic-Con? I'm doing one right now. So let's talk a little bit about that. Basically, San Diego Comic-Con is this huge, for those of you who don't know, it's this huge convention. Think of your regular comic conventions, and then just multiply it by about 1 billion. And you'll probably have a pretty good idea about how big Comic-Con is. It is absolutely monstrous how big this place is. It pretty much takes up the entire San Diego Convention Center. And furthermore, in fact, it takes up so much of the convention center and it's so much space that they're actually going to expand the convention center over the next couple of years to keep the convention in San Diego, because they were threatening to leave and go to Los Angeles or somewhere else. So they're actually going to be expanding it by quite a bit of space. They're adding I don't even know how many square feet it is, but it's like a whole nother section of convention space just for this thing, and it's crazy. It's crazy all the work that they've done for that. So I went again this year, and this is the 4th time that I've gone to Comic-Con. I've been there every year since, let's see, be doing some thinking. 2011. Yeah, 2011. So this will be year number 4. And let me get I have my spruce wood. I need more stairs though, because I need to start actually doing this out here. I also need some more slabs. So I'm gonna have to cook up a lot more stuff and eat. But this was the 4th year that I went, and I might throw a few pictures in here from my trip. I might. I don't know yet. I guess it depends on which ones I want to throw in there, if I have any really good ones. And I don't think I have any super awesome, really good ones this year. But there might be a few I try to throw in here and there. But San Diego Comic-Con is kind of a big deal in the TV and movie world. People come and fall down, but they come to kind of see what's new and exciting with their favorite TV shows and whatnot. Because for some reason, even though it's Comic-Con, there's a lot of TV shows that show up there. So how did I have this done? I think I might need to actually open this up. I'll just do that. Screw it. I'll just do that. That'll be easier, because then I can run back here and check this over and over and over again if I need to. So I think it's just... Yep. Okay, so it's got to be down 1 block. I just have to make sure these measurements are proper and correct. But yeah, it's lots of TV stuff, lots of movies, and there are definitely some big panels that happen at Comic-Con, but at the same time, like the really big panels usually are over in Hall H, and if you're going to a Hall H panel, it's pretty much you're going to blow an entire day waiting to go to one of those panels. So I generally, my axe is my axe. You have my axe, but I generally do not go to those panels for that very reason, because I don't feel like blowing an entire day waiting to go see. I mean, there's some good panels. There's like, all kinds of Marvel panels and WB, DC Comics panels and whatnot. But I usually don't feel like blowing an entire day just to go to those panels. To me, that seems like I could be on the show floor, playing video games or doing other things of interest beyond waiting in a line for several hours just for, a 2-hour panel. Even if that 2-hour panel is going to be like the reveal of the Avengers 3 or something like that. I just kind of, that's my own personal preferences. I like to get more done, I guess you could say, long story short. So let's see, I can do, I think I could just do like, oh, no. Let me grab that. I think I could just do it like this and just have this repeat and then not have to, really, come on, you piece of crap. Didn't ask for anything else with that, and you're not going to give me that. Okay, so there we go. And I'll just kind of build out here. But I really had a pretty good time. I, of course, go on business, so I don't always have all the free time in the world, just do whatever I want. But I actually had quite a bit of free time this year to kind of hang out and play some video games and stuff. And I think that's probably the thing that most of you are interested in, right? You're probably mostly interested in my impressions of what I played at Comic-Con and what I enjoyed or did not enjoy. And long story short, there was a lot of really good stuff this year to check out on the video game front. The video game front. Sounds like a name of a podcast about video games, doesn't it? Video game front starring NihonTiger. Tuesdays at 11. But, let's see here. Do that. That'll be fine. Might change the terraforming a little bit there, but whatever. It'll be fine. It'll be natural. It'll fit in. There we go. So let me see if I can't get those blocks back. I really don't want to lose the Zerk blocks. I need them for my construction stuff. If I can get that one back, please. Thank you. So, let's talk a little bit about that, because I did play a few games that are kind of noteworthy. So, first off, most of the games I played were console games. PC gaming is not really a thing that happens at Comic-Con. There are areas probably where you can go and PC game, or maybe talk to companies that also have PC games, but it's mostly a console event where, Microsoft will show up and Nintendo will show up, and the other people that show up are generally bringing, for example, like an Ubisoft and Capcom are generally bringing their console releases to the convention, so you're not going to see a whole lot of, say, Dark Souls 2 or Hyper Light Drifter or something cool that's coming out for PC. It's mostly just going to be console releases. Yeah. A little bit of a burp coming on there, so I was like trying not to talk too fast because I was like, oh, I'm gonna burp on camera. No. There we go. But I did get to experience a whole lot of things, so I want to talk about the few games I played. And of course, one of the big to-dos was that Smash Brothers was going to be at Comic-Con this year. Nintendo Smash Brothers for the Wii U and the 3DS. And I did get to play that. I played both versions, in fact. And my thoughts on it are, it's definitely fun. Definitely fun. Definitely feels a lot like Smash should feel. I keep losing dirt blocks. I know I shouldn't worry about these things, but I'm like so obsessive about not losing any blocks that I'm just like, oh, I gotta get all the blocks. Gotta get all the blocks. Oh, really? Come on. That's my good pick too. I really should just make an iron pick for this work. So, I know I have lots of diamonds. I got a ton of them on my caving adventure that I recorded last week, but at the same time I'm kind of like, I don't want to... Oh, really? Damn it. I don't want to waste them all. So here, I'm just going to pillar up. 1, 2, and then boop. Okay. There we go. So I played both versions, and they're both fun. They're both very fun. But I do have one complaint, and that is that the controls for the 3DS version feel very, very cramped on that layout. I mean, I was like suffering from hand cramps after playing like 1 or 2 matches. So that's kind of, I guess, my concern as a prospective buyer and a 3DS owner, is that might be a little too much for my poor little hands to handle. And I can see you guys being like, oh, stop it, Nihon, stop being a baby. Be a manly man. But you try playing that game. You try playing that with that control setup on the 3DS. Man, that is tough. I'll tell you that much. You will be crying pain in a few hours like you were Clipper Lang making a prediction against Rocky Balboa. It's a Rocky 3 reference. But, here we go. So let's see. Get that. And, of course. Didn't even want it to go there. Oh, Dry's left the game. So there we go. And then, see, I can grab my 2 slabs. Go. Yeah, it's not the best as far as control on the 3DS. The Wii U version I played with the GameCube controller. Oh, hi. Hi. I don't have my sword out. Crap. Go away. I get this feeling I'm gonna wake up tomorrow now that I've seen Blue's house, and there's just gonna be 100 different little trolley houses out there. People are just gonna build like mad. And I'll be like, no, not yet. Wait till I have my village set up, then you can come in and build your houses. Damn it, you're gonna ruin the fun. So, yeah, I played Smash, and I actually won a match on both of the consoles. I played as Pikachu based on the roster. Oh, I should mention that as well. I do have one complaint, and that is, where's Jigglypuff? I know. Some people are going to say secret character. Sakurai doesn't announce secret characters, blah, 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 blah. Well, screw it. I want to know Jigglypuff's in that game so I can go put my pre-order down, because otherwise I'm just going to be like, no, I'm not pre-ordering that. I'm not pre-ordering no game without no Jigglypuff. You kidding me? Why would I do that? It's madness. It's absolute madness. So, let me do that real quick, just for the sake of doing architecture the way I want to do it. But yeah, I got to play it. It was really fun, and it was not the game I think that sold me on the Wii U, because I am sold on getting a Wii U now. I am going to get one no matter what happens. I have to get one eventually. It's not going to be like tomorrow I'm going to run out and get one, but relatively soon I will be. I don't know about streaming it because I don't have any of the things you need to stream it, but I would like to at some point in the future stream it, Wii U stuff, because it's a game I played that I very much enjoyed, and I very much want to talk to you about, children, and that would be Hyrule Warriors. Now, admittedly, I am a bit of a Warriors series fan. Not fanboy. I do not just simply fawn over whatever Koei Tecmo throws my way with the Warriors series. I am a bit critical of it, and I did resist the urge to buy Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme when it was on sale on Steam recently. twice, in fact. It was on sale on Steam recently, and I resisted the urge both times to buy it. So, give myself a pat on the back and say, job well done. Save yourself some money. Not because I wouldn't buy it, but because I didn't really need to buy it at the time. It's kind of a, would have been impulse purchase if I can speak properly today. But 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna make an iron work pick today, just to help me not use what's left of my diamond pick. I know it doesn't have a great enchant on it. It's only efficiency 4, so if I lost it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I would like to keep it just for a little bit longer in case I have any pressing needs with obsidian in the near future. So the Hyrule Warriors demo was 10 minutes long. It was a timed demo for everybody. And you had choices to play as 3 different characters, Zelda, Link, and Midna. And guess which one I took? If you guessed Midna, you're correct, because so everybody else play as Zelda and Link. And I thought, well, you know me. Well, you guys know me. You know that I'm just kind of the contrarian with a lot of these things, where I'm like, well, I saw so-and-so do this, so I'm going to do this instead, because screw rules. I'm going to do what I want. Well, I don't really say that all the time, but, you know. Okay, so actually I want to bring this down 1, because this is actually going to be a little bit further down. And then cap goes there. And, oh. Actually, that's going to end pretty perfectly. I will take that. So, let's do that up there. Okay. But I chose to play as Midna because I hadn't seen anybody play as Midna, and I thought, you know, if no one's going to play as Midna, I might as well try it out. I've seen people play as Link, and I've seen people play as Zelda. So, there's, you know, it's not like it's not fun that people have already done that, but hi, Creeper. But it's just kind of, you have the option to do something that nobody else has done. Why not take the option to do that? Especially if it's an opportunity you're not going to get for a couple more months. So I played as Midna, and it's really an enjoyable game. It's very much, for those of you that have ever played a Warriors series game before, it is absolutely your typical Warriors game experience, except the selling point here is that it is a Zelda-based game in a Zelda uniform. Did I say almost say uniform? I meant to say universe. So, I need to get through, so I'm going to have to break that block. Break that, and Fuchs is gone before I can say bye. Great. So I got to play that, and it was the one game that kind of broke my waiting for Wii ability, because holy crap, it's a lot of fun. It's just, you know, if you love Dynasty Warriors games, if you love Zelda games, they just nail so many little things. You're like, I can't believe they got that, or I can't believe they've. Oh, hey, Puppet joined. So it's just such a fun game. It's just such a great experience that I have to recommend it if you're a fan of either series. Even if you're just a Zelda fan who has no idea what the heck the Dynasty Warriors series is all about. Trust me, pick it up. You will probably find yourself quite enjoying it. And I'm not going to give you a money-back guarantee on that, because I am not a video game company. So I do not give guarantees. But, oh, crap. Oh, ow, 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 ow. I was afraid I was going to do that at some point. And of course, it starts raining. So you're just going to stay over here, but I might as well use the opportunity to pick up some dirt. And there's a creeper over there. There's still a creeper over here. No, he fell down. Okay. So we can also take the opportunity to see how we're doing. Oh, you know, that actually looks really nice. I kind of like that. So that's I think that's definitely a plus as far as design goes. Now, I might want to do something here with the bottom part, because right now the bottom part to me is just a little a little plain, a little boring. And I kind of want to make it more exciting and interesting and fun to look at. So, yeah, I will definitely be buying a Wii U and a copy of Hyrule Warriors when it comes out. And who knows, maybe you'll see me play it at Zeldathon one day. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, MC Gamer, please. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed my time playing that game. I also got to play, of course, a couple of racing games. It wouldn't be a discussion about games I played at Comic-Con without discussing the fact that I did play some racing titles. In particular, I played Project Cars on PS3 and The Crew, which they had available, but they had available on console and inside of a kind of a wheel setup, and I played inside of the actual cockpit wheel setup just because I could. That would be fun. I wish I could get over there. I really need to get over there and clear off that dirt bridge. I should have made it out of... I'm an idiot. I should probably just be using... This is the one disadvantage of actually building the walls, is now I have to go around to get back up. But that's kind of also the purpose of building the walls, is to make it hard to get inside. But we also have another portal there. It doesn't make it too hard to get inside. You know what I'm talking about. It's style. It's style, really. And in Minecraft, you get through any wall. Doesn't really matter too much. But I got to play the Cars, Project Cars, not Cars the movie. It's pretty fun. Got to race on Brands Hatch. That's the track that we got to race on. It's the Indy circuit, so like the shorter circuit. And got about 3 laps, put you in the car, just go race. And I got to experience it. It's very, very sim-like. And I like that because it was like simulation, but it wasn't so taxing and difficult that you were just like, I don't want to feel like I'm driving a real car. I just want to race. It kind of felt like you were getting rewarded for doing things. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. That was stupid of me. That was incredibly, incredibly stupid. And boots are okay. This is dangerous work. But, yeah, I got to play it, and I was watching other people play it before I got there, and they were all really, really struggling with this game. They were all just, like, finishing, like, 10th, 12th, 14th, 15th. You know. Oh, I should probably not do that. I'm gonna kill myself by jumping. But, you know, I hopped on and played it 3 times, and I finished third, and second in the 3 races I played. And people were just kind of watching me. People who were behind me in line, they were watching me, and, you know, after they had watched other people play it, and they were like, damn, you're good. And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm good. Not really. I didn't really say that, but, you know, kind of had that swagger. It's like, yeah, I know I'm good. But, yeah, it was fairly interesting, and I think when it comes out on PC, I'll probably try to hunt down a copy of it, and perhaps I'll make a series out of it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm still doing Grid Autosport. Oh, damn it! Really? Don't do that. Okay. But if I'm still doing Grid Autosport by then, we'll see. Maybe it still will be. I don't know. The game seems to be taking forever to beat. Yep. So let's do that. Come down here and get those dirt blocks. And then we'll just kind of do one of these. Leave that dirt block behind. And no, I'm not going to do that because it's going to... I'm going to have to pick up these dirt blocks later. Or something, I don't know. But I can kind of clean this up for now, I think. Yeah, I do need some more wood so that I can finish the support pillars here. I think that's a big thing I have to do still. But it's looking nice. It's looking like it's coming along very nicely. I'll probably go back and get some actual leaf blocks. It's a lot easier to manage those because they don't have to be picked back up when you drop them. And you're also not building your walls out of the leaf blocks. So, yeah, it's usually a little bit better. But I also played The Crew, which was Ubisoft's new racing game that they have come up with. And no, don't do that. But, you know, I played it and it was okay. Oh, I already have some. Actually, I need some more shears. I will need some more shears in the future. So, I played it. It's alright. I don't know if it was just the cockpit, but the controls felt very, I don't know, I felt like it was trying to be a little bit arcadey and a little bit sim, and it didn't really quite feel like it hit either of those. Like, the controls felt very, very tough to manage, and I was kind of sliding around all over the place. You know, I would take a small jump over like a small bump in the road. I would go flying and it would spin out, and maybe, you know, that's how it would work if I was actually driving a car like I was driving it in the game. But, you know, I just didn't feel like it was kind of conducive to I didn't say arcadey feel of the game, because it doesn't really feel like an arcade racer. It feels kind of like a weird mix between arcade gameplay and sim racing. But I ended up just, you know, not sure how I felt on it. And there's a whole bit about, oh, well, you can race across the entire US in this game because we put the whole US on the map, and they did, but they kind of deformed it and like made it so it's not like the actual US. And actually the parts of the the US that you drive through are kind of like broad paint strokes, like how, you know, you might not actually drive through all of Liberty City or all of what New York City encompasses in Liberty City. It kind of felt like that. It was like a fictionalized, slightly different version of the US. So I don't really know how I feel about that. I think it's not false advertising or anything like that, but, you know, it just feels like it kind of sells itself short there. And I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't quite what I expected it to be, and it was a little bit of a letdown as a result. So I may eventually change my mind on it once we actually get the full release of the game, which I don't know when that's going to be, but I do think I might change my mind on it. I don't know quite if I'm going to or not, but we'll see. I think it's perhaps got potential, but as anything goes, you know, having potential does not necessarily equal realizing that potential. So those were the 4 main games I played at Comic-Con. And if I can, I want to kind of maybe drop this down a little bit so I can maneuver around and get that down there. Yep, that'll work. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of I'm getting saplings out of this. That's so cute. But I'm just kind of get an idea of how this all goes. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did play Ultra Street Fighter 4, and it just reminded me that I suck at that game, and that I need to practice it. Maybe I'll buy it, and then I'll do it on stream or something, and I'll get practice and suck really bad and keep sucking until I get better. But man, I got my ass kicked by people so many times during that game. It was not even funny. It was funny for the people watching, because I'm sure they laughed and said, "Look at this noob! Look at this noob! He's so bad at the Street Fighters." And it sucks because I feel like I'm better than I was actually playing, and so that always kind of motivates me to actually pick the game up and try to play it. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you'll see some Street Fighter streams out of me sooner rather than later. I think it's perhaps because of that and having watched Evo and enjoyed it. And I don't aspire to ever be, you know, a professional like a Daigo or a Justin Wong or Snake Eyes, you know, or Pierre Balrog or Ricky Ortiz. But it'd be nice to be good at that game. I think it'd be nice to be good at least one fighting game. So I did go to a few panels. I missed the League of Legends panel because I was actually doing work for the website I write for, which sucks. But I did actually Street Pass one of the League guys, or Street Pass Rojan, at Comic-Con. That was pretty cool. Just to see that and see, you know, you going through your Street Pass stuff, and it's like, hi, I'm Rojan, made by Riot Rojan. I'm like, wait, what? He was actually here, and I Street Passed him? I hope his awesome player behavior skills kind of rubbed off on me and maybe awesome. And so far, no, they haven't. I'm still pretty normal as far as League players go. I haven't really gotten time to do a proper video series about, you know, doing more League videos for YouTube. I don't know if I will. I guess I'm not quite happy with the level of play I've had recently. I think it's partially could be my own fault, and partially it could be the fault of other people. But we'll see. I'm doing more videos of that. But yeah, I missed the League panel. I'm a little bit sad about that because I'm sure they had some cool stuff. I mean, they just announced Nar this week, and he's adorable. He's so cute. Want to buy him all up. But what else was I gonna do? Talk about? Oh yeah, it rained. It actually rained. I know it's California, especially San Diego, so it never rains in San Diego. It's never rained much in the 4 years I've been there. It's rained a little bit. It's rained a teeny tiny bit. Like it sprinkled once when I was there. But this was like full on downpour of rain for like 20, 25, 30 minutes. And I actually caught it just as it was starting to rain. I was going outside to go to the Nintendo booth, actually, the gaming lounge they have at the Marriott. And as soon as I saw it start to rain, I was just like, nope, I'm turning around and going the other way. I can do this at a later time. But yeah, it was really really weird. I almost said really interesting to see it rain. It was interesting, but it was really weird because I've never been to a Comic-Con where it's rained at any time. It's always been sunny. I mean, even that day was kind of weird because it was cloudy to start with. So I guess it was kind of a harbinger of things to come. But the hotel we stayed at the Embassy Suites. Me and my coworkers / friends stayed at the Embassy Suites. Oh my goodness, I could finish that off. I should finish that off. Why haven't I finished that off? Don't I have Oak Wood slabs? Yeah, I could finish that. I don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah, we stayed at the Embassy Suites downtown on Pacific Highway. And that hotel was so nice. We got like a nice little suite that was kind of actually the second most expensive room they have there. But it was so much room, and they had ice cream. They had Baskin Robbins downstairs, and it was just amazing because I have such a terrible sweet tooth. It was probably like the worst possible thing to have there was a Baskin Robbins, and I got a milkshake, and it was like, oh, so delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy I got a milkshake. I probably did not need that because I'm trying to watch my weight, make sure that, you know, it doesn't sneak up on me during the summer when all you want to do is eat tasty treats. But yeah, it was so awesome. And the hotel room was on the second floor too, so after the end of the convention, it was just like, okay, I feel like going to my room. So I just walk up the stairs and boom, I'm there. You know, that easy. That boom probably just like spiked my audio a little bit. Sorry if I just blew your ears out. But the other things to mention, the cosplay, as always, was fantastic. I guess, I should mention I met my buddy HP Braincase was there too. He lives, I think, in San Diego. And he and his wife were there, and we ended up meeting each other. We ran into each other on the convention floor on Saturday, I think. And, I'm walking in from the gaming section back toward the middle of the convention floor, and all of a sudden I just hear, Nihon, hey! I'm like thinking, wait a minute, who the hell first off notices me and knows what my gaming tag is? I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I'm like thinking, either somebody notices me that I don't know or I can't see, or somebody is crazy. I don't know. But I turned around and it was HP and his wife. It was nice to meet them. Apparently, as well, Vaughn was there on Saturday. He was doing the 1966 Batman with a bunch of other folks. He was Robin. And he actually has a good costume. Maybe I'll throw a photo in here from the Twitters. Nah, I probably won't. I'll let him talk about that in one of his Pixelmon videos or something. I'll let him have that fun. But yeah, I wish I would have known, because I would have actually gone and said hi to him. He probably would have remembered me, I hope. But yeah, there were a lot of good costumes. There were some incredibly funny ones, and there were some just like incredibly awesome ones as far as design went. I mean, I think my favorite one was when I went to the Mattel WWE panel. There was a Macho Man Randy Savage costume, and the dude not only had the look down, but he was walking around, I guess, with some kind of like MP3 player or something that was playing Pomp and Circumstance, which is Randy Savage's theme song when he was in WWF, and he had that just playing on loop, like for a couple minutes. It was like the most awesome thing I've ever seen. I'm just like, wow, dude, you are the man. Seriously, I mean, that execution for that too, you have to really get in the character when you're cosplaying a pro wrestler, and be able to kind of do the mannerisms and just get everything down right. And that's kind of the funny thing too, is you don't really see people do like cosplays of like John Cena or even The Rock or Stone Cold. It's always like Hulk Hogan. I actually did see a few Hogans in attendance, or like the older guys really are the ones that everyone does the cosplay for. But man, there was some amazing stuff. I actually didn't see like a super amazing cami or anything this year, but I did see some very awesome League of Legends stuff. There was there's a couple nice Lees, a couple Aris. There was there's at least one guy who was running around as male Jinx. So I think I got a picture of him, and that was pretty funny to see. But yeah, it was particularly a good year for cosplay, I think. The only thing is I don't really take a lot of pictures of people who are doing cosplay, because I always get really self-conscious about, not wanting. I mean, I don't like I photograph people when they're not looking or something, but like I just get self-conscious about, shooting pictures of people even when they're like, yeah, it's okay, because I'm like, are you sure it's okay? I don't want to do anything that would seem really creepy, because I'm not a creepy person. I don't want to give off the impression. I'm very self-conscious about myself. I'll talk about that in a future video, I'm sure, but I'm like incredibly self-conscious about how other people perceive me. So yeah, I didn't take as many pictures as I thought I would, because I didn't want to come off as being like someone who was like crazy or obsessed with all his wonderful costumes. That's almost like a Kurt J. Mac voice right there. Yeah, that actually looks really nice. I like that. Now there's obviously some work I can do on the bottom here to kind of connect that, and I have to figure that out. So, but that's a really good start. And this is going to take forever too, because that's just one section of wall. We have that whole wall down there, and it wraps around a lot more. So I'm going to do a lot more of this, but I'm going to do it off camera, because obviously you've seen how I've built it so far. So I might do more of this tonight. I might wait till tomorrow. I have some stuff to record as well. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. So, oh, there we go. Let me get a little bit closer. I'd like to get a screenshot of that for the thumbnail. But yeah, I really enjoyed going this year. I had a wonderful time, and I would go next year. The only concern I have is the cost. The only reason I can't go usually is because my work will pay for at least part of my hotel costs. So the hotels are really expensive. It's like, for me and my 3 coworkers, it was like $1,500 for 5 nights. So I mean, that's a fair chunk of change that I don't have. I can't pay by myself if I was just gonna go alone. I don't think I could pay for, $1,000 or $1,200 for a hotel room. It'd be really tough. It'd be really bad expense, especially with the amount of things I'm going to be buying next year that I need to replace. That's not going to be really an achievable thing in the near future. So we'll see how that goes. But I would want to go again. I would definitely want to go again. And every year I come out of this saying, yeah, I want to go again. And, in 6 months I'll be like, oh, I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going at all. And then, as you get closer and closer, you kind of get more excited. And then it passes and you're like, yeah, I want to go again. I want to go again. I want to go again. And then, in 6 months you'll be like, it's like a cycle, really. It's like a cycle of being excited and then not excited and then excited all over again. And I kind of feel like I'm perhaps going to be on that downswing of not excited. And plus the other thing too is that next year I want to go to more gaming related conventions. So I really want to go to either PAX East or PAX Prime. I haven't been to PAX Prime in like 4 years. I've never been to PAX East, even though I have relatives and I have a sister who lives in Boston. So I could even go bug her and crash at her place. I'm sure she'd want to go to PAX as well, PAX East as well. Just bum a ride with her. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I want to go, but it's one of those things where you gotta wait and see, because I also want to go to Minecon next year if they're having it. Haven't heard anything about Minecon, so fingers crossed that we do hear something about that for this year first, because I know there's people who want to go and who can go, who live in Europe, but they haven't announced anything official. So for their sake, I'd like there to be an actual announcement. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Just ate dinner. So I'm actually going to stop right here. It's going to be the end of my episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We have some fun adventures coming up here. They're going to take me away from Katzegard. So you probably won't see me build too much here in the next couple episodes, but I promise you we'll get more work done. We'll get a lot more styling and profiling done. Woo! Little Ric Flair joke right there. But, it's going to be great. It's going to be great to get this done and get this started and have this all set and ready to go for when we get to 1.8, and then all we have to do is just do like a big montage where we take all these blocks out and replace it with andesite. So, as always, guys, good luck, good mining, have fun, and I will see you guys next time on the NeoCraft server.